Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. Why join the Navy if you can be a pirate? The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. I was being rejected, but I was still in love, so I decided to start over. When you are doing something for yourself or your best friend or family, you're not going to cheese out. If you don't love something, you're not going to go the extra mile, work the extra weekend, challenge the status quo as much. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. Great things in business are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. I believe life is an intelligent thing, that things are not random. We don't get a chance to do that many things, and everyone should be really excellent, because this is our life. Life is brief and then you die, so this is what we have chosen to do with our life. We're just enthusiastic about what we do. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Be a yardstick of quality. Some people are not used to an environment where excellence is expected. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have a faith in people, that they are basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they will do wonderful things with them. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we have done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. I'm an optimist in the sense that I believe humans are noble and honorable, and some of them are really smart. I have a very optimistic view of individuals. To turn really interesting ideas and fledgling technologies into a company that can continue to innovate for years, it requires a lot of disciplines. You will see more and more perfection of that. Computer as servant, but the next thing is going to be computer as a guide or agent. And no, we don't know where it will lead. We just know there's something much bigger than any of us here. For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality has to be carried all the way through. These technologies can make life easier, can let us touch people we might not otherwise. This revolution, the information revolution, is a revolution of free energy as well, but of another kind, free intellectual energy. You know, my main reaction to this money thing is that it's humorous, all the attention to it, because it's hardly the most insightful or valuable thing that's happened to me. I've always been attracted to the more revolutionary changes. I don't know why, because they are harder. They are much more stressful emotionally, and you usually go through a period where everybody tells you that you have completely failed. I'm as proud of many of the things we haven't done as the things we have done. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful. Not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. My self-identity does not revolve around being a businessman. Though I recognize that is what I do, I think of myself more as a person who builds neat things. I like building neat things. Details matter. It's worth waiting to get it right. Things don't have to change the world to be important. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it, and that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. You can't just ask customers what they want and then try to give that to them. By the time you get it built, they will want something new. You should never start a company with the goal of getting rich. Your goal should be making something you believe in and making a company that will last.